Hello crafters! In this video we are going to do a mini one-sheet wonder. And for those of you who aren't familiar, a one-sheet wonder is when you take a piece of designer series paper. It's usually done with a big 12 by 12 sheet, and you cut it up into a whole bunch of different pieces, and then you take those pieces and you layer them in different ways, and you end up with a half a dozen cards or so. So this is going to be a mini because our designer series paper is only 4 by 6, and we're only going to do 2 cards out of it. So I've randomly chosen 2 of the card bases that have the watercolor wash on them, and I thought this would be a fun piece of designer series paper to use because it's got the gold, but it's all black and white. And so if I wanted, I could take my alcohol blends and color in some of the flowers, or I could watercolor them or whatever. But I don't know, I think black and white on top of the color is just going to work. So we're going to cut up our piece of paper first. Okay. This is how we're going to do it. I'm going to take off the long end a 2-inch, my score blade out here, a 2-inch piece. So I've got a piece that's 2 inches by 4 inches. And I want another 2-inch by 4-inch. So I'm left with a 4-inch square. So I can cut a second 2-inch piece off of that. I got two 2 by 4-inch pieces, and I've got a third 2 by 4-inch piece, which I'm going to cut in half at 1. And there's lots of different ways you could do this. I mean, I could just divide it into 2 squares. I could have cut this into not a third, a third, and a third. I could have done a 1-inch, a 2-inch, a 3-inch, another 1-inch. You just randomly pick some dimensions and cut it up. And then I'm going to cut it in half the other way at 2 inches. So I'm going to end up with 4 2 by 1-inch pieces from this. So there. That's going to be one card. That's going to be another card. So it's going to be entirely different. And then I'm going to use all kinds of pieces from the ephemera pack, and maybe some of my some of these white pieces here for sentiment tags. There's a couple in here that are kind of fun. There's 3 of them actually. There's a circle, sort of an oblong oval, and a rounded rectangle, and they've got these beautiful embossed swirly patterns on them. So maybe we'll see if we can use those in our cards. I'm going to go to the Celebrating You stamp set for my sentiments. I love this stamp set. It was a really good set. It's got something for everything, and there's lots of rounded ones in here that work well with these rounded shapes. I think almost every one of them will fit, except for maybe this one. I think the thank you and the congrats are the only ones that are going to fit on this one, but you know what? Oh, maybe the so proud of you. There's 3 that'll fit that, so that'll work. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to layer things up. I'm just going to fold my card base. These are going to be relatively quick and simple. And then it's just a matter of where do I want to put these pieces and how do I want to do it. You know, there's lots of different ways you could cross them. You could put them on the ends and have the blue in the middle. You could do one this way and one that way. It's really just a matter of positioning them however looks good. And I think I like it on a little bit of an angle like that. And I'm toying with the idea of actually making one of them the other side here. Which way? Which way? So many options. So many options. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it like that. So I'm going to use my grid paper to help me line this up so that I glue it on straight. And I only want to put glue in the top corner, and I want to go about a 1/2 inch down and a 1/2 inch over. So I'll line that one up with my lines there, and I'll line this one up with the lines that I can see down below here. Oops, stay still. Down this way just a little bit. There we go. Okay. And then to give it some depth, ooh, I guess I get a choice of which way I want to see this. This way. This is going to be my back. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of it, and we are going to bump it up. This is a real quick way to make batches of cards. The one sheet wonders that I've done, when you use a 12 by 12 piece of paper, you usually end up with like 2 of this one, 2 of that one, 1 of another one, 3 of another one. So once you figure out how to put the 1 together, there's usually a second or third card. So they go together real quick, and it's a great way to make a matching set of cards all on the same theme. So if you're gifting a bundle of cards to somebody, that's a way to do it. Now, for this one, I was just thinking of doing like 1 up, 1 down, 1 up, 1 down, and I'm going to do them all up on dimensionals. I just want to, yeah, that works. So I'll start with my middle 2 first, and then I can space them all out. And I'm just going to put 2 dimensionals on the back of each one of these. Oops. Flip over there, yo. Excuse me. Still have a bit of a nagging cough after getting over COVID after Christmas. It's going to hang around for a long time, I feel. Okay, so if I'm going to put 1 there, I'm going to do 1, I want that yellow to show, so I'm going to do them about 1 inch, 3/4 of an inch, 3/4 of an inch from the bottom. Yeah, like that. Okay. And then this one will be 3/4 of an inch from the top, so that they're not all just across in an even row. And about 1/4 of an inch in between. There. And then these 2 will go on in line with the other ones. Just an easy way to be able to see where you're spacing them. Like that. All right. And then I just have to decide which sentiments I'm going to do and how I'm going to arrange them. And I think that'll look cool like that. And maybe this needs the bigger one. Let's see here. Yeah, that's going to get the bigger one just to balance that. Maybe that'll be just, we'll put it to one side. 1 corner like that. It can cover a little bit. All right, we've got to pick some sentiments. I like that thank you. That's a really pretty thank you. So let's get that thank you here. That's this one. This is a brand new stamp set. I haven't even really put all of the labels on them. Make sure that I've got this the right way round for thank you. Block. And since it is a yellow card base, I think I'm going to stick with that yellowy color, which is Bumblebee. Let's get the Bumblebee ink pad in here. Put that nice thank you right in the middle. And what could we put on the inside? Thank you. You're on my mind and in my heart. No, you are every bit of wonderful. I like that. You are every bit of wonderful. That's this one here. I need a bit of a bigger block. Okay, I had my big block. Here we go. It was right where I wasn't looking. And we're going to stamp that on the inside. Just like that. All right. Get that out of the way. Get this stamp cleaned off before I get yellow ink all over everywhere. All right. And then let's attach that sentiment on the front. Yep, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back like that. And that's going to go right here, across the middle of those two. Okay, let that dry. Let's do this one. And we're going to use Misty Moonlight. And what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Let's see. Happy birthday. That looks like kind of like a birthday card, doesn't it? Or happy Mother's Day, happy anniversary, lots of love. The best is yet to come. Happy Easter. Oh, I don't know. Let's make it a happy birthday. Happy birthday. Okay. Big block. I always put my stamps on my blocks crooked so that I can hold my block this way rather than trying to line it up like this. It's hard on my arm. This is why, because this is just natural for me. I always do them that way. And then I have to worry about lining up the angle of the stamp on whatever it is I'm stamping. But this I just find I can hold onto much easier if it's on an angle. There we go. Happy birthday. And what are we going to put on the inside? Let's see. Happy birthday. So proud of you, I think is what we're going to put on the inside here. Oh, one of these days I'm going to find time to put all the labels on. So proud of you. Right, get our blue ink back, open that up, put that right there. Okay, now let's attach that sentiment tag to the front. Going to go off the side a little bit, so I think I need a dimensional down here in this corner. And glue up here in this corner. Like that. Okay, and then let's go to our embellishment ephemera pack. I've got some pieces left here. I've got them all piled up on a card base so I can look and see what we've got and what fun things we might be able to. Got a couple flowers. I've got some stars left. Ooh, there's these fun little gold branchy things. Those might be fun coming out from underneath on this card. Or would they look better in the blue? They match the flowers that are in here. Let me see. Maybe we'll do them. Maybe we'll do them on the blue. One there and one there. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to put a little dab of glue. Ooh, that was a big dab of glue. Just on that part. And I'll use my, I'm going to poke it underneath. And then I'm just going to use my poker tool, or I could use bone folder just to slide in under there and squish it down. I'm not gluing it all on the end and everything. It only needs to be pinned down in one place. Do the same with this one. A little bit there. And we'll slide that in there. Use the bone folder to stick it down. There we go. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, we need something more than yellow here. Let's put, let me do this flower maybe up here, and there's 2 green leaves. 1 and 2. Would that work? I think that would work. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so I'm going to just build that here and then stick it on. So 1 leaf, I'm going to stick out here, and the other leaf is going to stick up there, like that. Didn't I just go get glue all over everywhere? I'll just get a little tissue here and wipe the extra glue off. There we go. And then, yep, I'm just going to stick it right down to the card because my panels are up on dimensionals and I really don't want to add much more there. So we're just going to tuck it under like that. There we are. Okay, I think that's enough from there. I don't really think I need anything else, but you decide what you want to do to decorate yours. You might have chosen different color card bases than me, so you choose something from the ephemera pack that works and matches for you. And then we have our little dot things, and I think where I did green leaves here, I'm going to put a couple of these green hexagons on this one because the green matches. Use 1 of each size. There's 3 sizes, so we'll get 1 of each size. There we go. And on this one, I think it's good just like that. I don't think I'm going to add anything else to it. So there we are. 2 cards, a mini one-sheet wonder, and like I say, there are lots of different ways that you could cut the paper up. The idea being that you just cut it up into different sizes and then you take those sizes and do something with them. So we could have done a 3rd card if we had cut each of these into 2 long strips. We could have used 2 strips on this one and 2 strips on another one. We could have cut into squares and had 2 by 2 squares on this one and the bigger piece on another one. There's lots of different ways to do it. So it's just a matter of cutting up your pieces and then layering them, putting some on dimensionals and some not on dimensionals, and adding a sentiment tag. So I hope you enjoyed that. I would love to see what you created, which color card bases you chose, which designer series paper, and which embellishment pieces you chose to put on your card. At the bottom of this page, click the Facebook button. That'll take you over to the specific Facebook post for this project. Take a picture or 2 of the cards that you created and upload them there in the comments so that we can all see what you created for your project. Okay, thanks, and continue crafting.